Friday, so a few days ago. Got a update on Twitter. Everyone saw wherever you follows, early access link program. You got to subscribe to a newsletter thing on Pokemon Center. So everyone on Friday rushed to Pokemon Center to try and sign in. It was like basically like a almost like a pre-order queue because everyone was having problems trying to sign in. I did too. I got like flagged as a bot trying to log in like everyone else. Fortunately, I was able to do it the next day, even though I think I was already registered for emails because I get like email updates for things on Pokemon Center, like the plushies and whatnot. But I think what the goal was here was to just try to deter people. Maybe it's just the scalpers like, oh, we're not gonna get picked for this program now. So what's the point of trying to get in the queue, or whatever it might be. Maybe it could help deter bots. I don't know how if bots are just constantly just trying to get in and check security features and things like that. I don't think it would have worked on them and maybe just general, people overall, just, what, I'm not going to be able to get drops. I haven't been getting them anyways kind of deal. So maybe that was happening for some people too, just more giving up. Maybe they're just trying to reduce the queue. I don't know. A lot of people are making their own speculations and things like that. A lot of people thought Chaos Rising was going to be like this early access link thing, but didn't end up turning out to be that. But anyways, every morning, I'll check and I'll just do like a quick search on Twitter, Pokemon Center. So for the pages I don't follow, sometimes just random tweets will get posted out there like, oh, security features happening and stuff like that. Today I noticed, we scroll up to today now, this morning or earlier today, the build and battles got revealed. So I thought, this is interesting. Shortly after that, Pokemon Center queue, everyone let's go. Usual don't move too fast, things like that. But the queue went live after we got the reveal of the build and battle. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know if there's a correlation there, but just something I noticed personally. And then what else I noticed today is that I made sure just this was a big deal. Everyone's been waiting for like 3 weeks now for the Chaos Rising pre-order. I was on data on my phone, and then like 10 minutes later, because I was outside walking my dogs, I got back in and I logged in on my computer. The queue times were like 30 minutes apart. I got through on my phone, no problems. But I only got the Pokemon Center ETBs because I didn't want to back out or click another link or something on my phone because I know the phone's a little more challenging than doing it on a computer. I always get it on my computer, but I just happened to be walking my dogs at the wrong time today. It is what it is. But I got the two Pokemon Center ETBs. What I've also done before is Black Bolt and White Flare. I got the White Flare ETB, and then I got in the queue again, and then I was able to get the Black Bolt ETB on two separate orders. So you can do that. So that's what I try to do. I got the Pokemon Center ETBs. I got like 10 minutes left to go now on my computer. I'm going to get the booster box. I got all the way through the booster box, place pre-order button, and then I got the spinning Pokeball. It told me there was an error. I had to re-enter my card information, do it again, spinning Pokeball, error. After 2 tries, I was like, should I try again or no? I didn't end up trying. I just exited the page. I didn't want to get flagged as a bot. I didn't want to risk, maybe this time they fix some things, and if I make 2 orders now, they're going to cancel both, even though it's different products. I just didn't want to chance it. Pokemon Center ETBs, those are the things I want anyways. So that's what I got, and I'm happy. But you see here, like the ETBs actually were, I think they lasted like 2 hours. Limit was 2, yep. But yeah, the ETB lasted about 2 hours. They finally sold out. The booster boxes, which I thought was interesting, they lasted like almost 5 hours. Like I even told friends, I was like after like an hour after the queue went live, I'm like, hey, try getting this Pokemon Center queue if you can. And a couple of them hit like 4 hours after. So maybe they added some additional stock on the booster boxes and kept the PC TBs a little more scarce. I'm not too sure. Again, everything's subjective and just people are throwing out ideas, but it seemed like they had more stock of booster boxes. Maybe that's why they delayed it too the past few weeks. Is like, let's get some more boxes prepared. That way we can get like a better head count, a better number, whatever it might be. And the set releases in 6 weeks now. But I just thought this was interesting. I think the alert from Friday with the subscribe to the newsletter thing, I think that was just maybe like a little decoy, a little deterrence factor. But let's go to, Chaos Rising Pokemon Center ETB. Someone's got it on TCG Player for $500. I think this will drop down to 200, 250 the most. It's got the Mega Greninja, so I mean it's obviously way better than Perfect Order just because of that. I think 200 to 250 will probably be where it drops down to. We'll see how many people buy it. Something to track. Booster box going for 250. I think it's better than Perfect Order. It's got a top chase card. I think it will go down to maybe 220 at the lowest. I don't see it going down to 200 if Chaos Rising is hovering around 200. Wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, 220 to 250 might be the range for the booster box. And the ETB, it's 120-ish right now, maybe 110. I think just because this has a top tier chase card in the Mega Greninja, I don't think it'll go under $100. That seems to be any like semi decent set. I think 90 to $100 is like the floor. That's when investors know, hey, that's our time to strike. That's our time to buy in and get some more of these. Same thing happened with like Phantasmal Flames dropped down to like 70, $80, and then creep back up to 100. Ascended Heroes, I don't even know if it touched 100, but it seems like for at least decent to good sets to great sets, like 100's the floor where investors go, all right, time to buy in, no matter what. So something to pay attention to too. But yeah, these are just some things I noticed today with the pre-order. Did any of you guys hit? Again, all I got was 2 Pokemon Center ETBs, given one to my brother for $60. What a deal. But then I got one for my collection. That's all I care about at the end of the day. I got a Pokemon Center ETB for my collection. Maybe I'll get the target drops for pre-orders and get a couple regular ETBs and maybe try to open one and keep one sealed. But I'm really trying to focus on liquidating more of my collection. I mastered the Sword and Shield set of all the ETBs, the regular ones, not Pokemon Center. And then I master setted the entire Scarlet Violet era, regular ETBs, not the Pokemon Center. I have Sword and Shield ETBs and Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center ETBs. I got some Pokemon Center ETBs for both those eras, including all the Mega Evolution ones. But just a lot of the ETBs, the regular ones, they haven't really been performing over the past year. And I feel like it's just time to liquidate those, put them into like some sealed ETB cases of Prismatic, Ascended Heroes, maybe some Surging Sparks booster box cases, something like that. Just get a couple of cases of things. Not only does it like free up some space for me, I love having the ETB wall. It's great. I've been looking at it for months and months and months now. But just a lot of these ETBs, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Sword and Shield Base, Temporal Forces, Paradox Rift, you name it. Like all these just weaker sets. The lines, the charts, the performance on them the past year, it just hasn't been doing it. And I'm like, I got them for decent deals. You know what I mean? They've gone up probably cumulatively 20 to 30% over the past year, but I could have put all that money if I just was like, instead of buying all these throughout the course of the year, just bought in a couple of Prismatic ETB cases or something, it would have just significantly outperformed it. But this is a learning process. I got a lot of Pokemon Center ETBs I'm going to keep sealed in my collection because I think those are better than the booster boxes, subjective at the end of the day. I'm going to keep my Evolving Skies ones, my 151, Paldean Fates, like the good tier sets. Those are ones that I'm going to keep regardless of their Pokemon Center or not. And then liquidating everything else. I got the Facebook Marketplace meetup again tomorrow. I'm meeting with the same guy the first time. Guy's got money. He wants to buy it all. I'm doing it at a good discount again for him, around 80% straight cash. So, I've got a good guy that I'm starting to work with and you start to build relationships with. I'm going to give him a couple of, cards from my collection too, just some singles, just because, he did 2 large buyouts for me. And now I'm going to take this money and put it into, like I mentioned, a couple cases of some Prismatic ETBs or a Surging Sparks booster box case. I just feel like having a couple cases of something is better than having like 6 individual booster boxes. I get it. It might be harder to sell, but when you get a big right buyer for it, it won't have any problem selling. And I won't have to worry about doing it at 80% because the S tier stuff, at least 90%, maybe even more, depending on the buyer. But at the end of the day, I'm learning, I'm building strategies, learning what works, how to invest better, how to get better gains. And that's why you keep watching, Pokemon YouTubers and stuff. Like I have a good core group of people that I subscribe to on YouTube. DJ's Poke Center, he's still kind of new, but he has good advice, big crypto guy in the past and stuff. So listening to his lives and stuff has been good. Same with Poke Profit, who else? I mean, Vapor Self is the prismatic guy, but still good advice. Same thing with It Was Never a Phase, but a little more collector based. Who else? Nostalgianomics, obviously, that's who I've been following the most personally. Pokechuck's on the newer side a little bit at least from me listening to him, but learning a lot of the consensus I get with these guys is like consolidating into good products. Get away from the stuff that's just not performing well. I'm noticing what's not performing well in my collection, and I'm offloading it and putting it into things that will perform better years down the road. I wouldn't be surprised if like a Darkness Ablaze ETB, it's like $90 right now, goes to $150 to $200 in like 3 or 4 years, but I could put that money into like a Prismatic ETB, which in like 3 or 4 years from now could be like 400 or 500 for all we know. So just thinking of things that'll better perform, and maybe that's just common sense. For a while, it's just like I want to collect, I want to build the wall of ETBs, and I'm realizing the gains aren't there, and I got to make sure I'm preparing my investment like something. I don't want to get too attached to it. I got my Fates Collide ETB. I got a couple bigger ones that I really like, and that'll be like a side project. But I got to really focus on the investing portion right now, and those specialty boxes that I want, those will come over time. I just got to be patient. And that's also something is just this consensus right now. A lot of new people just rush, get whatever you can, buy it all. And you kind of learn, and it's always a learning process. My investment strategy might change in 6 months from now. I don't know. But right now, what I do know is the S tier sets, that's got to be the focus. That's what we're doing. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys are doing. Leave a comment.